Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
I named it Jeffrey.
The mic?
Yeah.
We'll have to get it engraved. It'll say My Jeffrey. So that way we know whenever we come over that is your mic.
I think that might be a little more expensive than I wanted to.
I don't know. This is that was
when
better
I say
than what...
engraving, I mean take a marker to it and just write Jeffrey on it.
I don't know if that's engraving so much as like emblazoning.
What if I press down really hard with the marker?
If
then you destroy a marker.
Yeah, if you can etch into that thing with a magic marker, I will be very impressed.
I'm a little scared. Maybe I'm a mutant.
If anyone can do it,
superpower.
it'll be arm wrestling champion Jareth over there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm Hulk strong.
We're so proud of you.
I'm too.
We really are. It was
Called
an
my mom, told her
underdog
about it.
story.
Didn't we go to Popeyes right after that for
Yes.
like your victory?
What's your mom's name, Jareth? Does she have a cool name?
Her name's Mom.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's pretty unusual.
That's pretty cliched
Yeah, that's-
if you ask me.
Mom
Another
Mom
classic
Mooneyham?
mom.
Her name's Stephanie.
Okay, well that's too normal a name.
Yeah, it's a
Gwen
very normal
Stefani?
name.
I wish other people in your family had really crazy names.
Nope.
Also.
Is her name Stephanie or is it actually Stefani?
That's true. We don't know.
For all I know, she's just one of those terrible people out there that just like, I'm gonna change the pronunciation of my name to where it
Wait,
makes
my
me
mom
unique.
or Gwen Stefani?
Gwen
Gwen
Stefani.
Stefani. I bet it's Stefani. I bet that's Italian or something.
It's me, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, that's how
makes
she
sense.
talks. Yeah.
Jumping on mushrooms and turtles and shit.
You know,
Yeah.
fun fact, whenever she started, or she was part of starting the band No Doubt, the reason they got that name is someone asked her if she loved pizza. And
She
that
was like, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
exactly,
Is that
because
a real
she's
story
Italian.
or
Nope.
oh?
I mean, I
Damn.
told it, so no.
I actually really wanted that to be true.
Ugh.
It is a real story.
Oh, it's a story I just told, and that can't be taken away from me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we need to let people know what's going on right now. So,
Nah, I don't
all of
know.
you flick freaks out there, what's going on? My name is Andrew, joined as always by the wrong half of Hollywood, Jareth,
Yo-ha.
and the king of the doldrums, Brian.
Hey, guys.
This is episode 92 of the Flick Freak Podcast. 8 away from the biggie.
And how's everyone doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I am adequate.
Just dicking my way up Bitch Mountain, same as always.
Woo! So since we've moved Sif Pop over to Flick Freak's YouTube channel so you can listen to like film reviews and stuff, I didn't want to have two repetitive podcasts playing 2 days apart. So this podcast is going to transform into a just talking heads goof off podcast.
I mean,
I know what you're thinking. How is that different than what was going on before?
Now it's
slightly different.
It's intentional now.
Yeah, now we have an excuse for this.
Yeah, exactly.
all bets are off.
What would be really funny is if now that we're supposed to, by format, just say random things and spew on about pointless drivel for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be really funny if all of a sudden now we become very informative
Well,
on accident.
I think we should segue into our just normal nonsense by actually talking about something that I saw.
Was it? Well, I see a tree. I spy with my little eyes a tree. Is that what you were talking about?
That tree?
It is.
Yes.
Good job,
you're
Jareth.
good at this
Okay,
game.
Jareth 1, Andrew nothing.
All right.
Suck it.
So I saw a documentary, and I need to preface by saying, yes, I understand there's a difference between a documentary and a mockumentary.
Yes.
Documentaries are real, mockumentaries are not. This is a documentary.
Also, flockumentaries, which are documentaries about
A
birds.
flock of seagulls? Oh.
No, just any birds.
Oh, okay. I was hoping that
Or
would be-
flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They ran so far away.
they
Yeah.
classify as a vlogumentary if you make a documentary about
I
it.
have a complaint real quick about the world.
Is it
Okay.
about flock of seagulls and how they're not around anymore?
It's about flock of seagulls.
Okay, go ahead.
So, because I have longish hair,
Mhm.
for some reason, people, if they want to, I mean, it's always done lovingly or whatever, but if people want to make fun of my hair, their go-to thing is like, oh, a flock of seagulls haircut.
And it's not.
And it's
totally
not
opposite of what
at
a flock
all
of
a flock of seagulls haircut, nor has it ever been. But secondarily, that's lazy. Is it is whoever sang for Flock of Seagulls, Johnny Seagull or whatever, is he the only
Johnny Seagull?
Is he the only guy ever that's had longer hair?
No, because the 80s were a thing.
Yeah.
I distinctly believe that they were. I don't remember them. Although Andrew and I were alive for part of them.
I remember the 80s. I remember one thing in the 80s. I remember my sister getting run over by a car.
That's a bummer story.
That's my first memory. My first memory in life is my 2-year-old sister getting run over by a car.
Wow, but
Is
she
she
is
okay?
alive and well.
She is alive and
Okay.
well.
I'm
she
glad
was
you
in the hospital
confirmed.
for half a year. 'Cause
Wow.
some old lady ran her over.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is I actually have to drive down that road where my sister got run over once a week. And it's kind of weird.
That's
now.
weird.
Yeah.
So
Do you
does
like
she-
run over a 2-year-old child on the anniversary of it?
Classic street.
Now that the audience knows that she is okay, I have to ask this.
Yeah.
Does she have any superpowers because of it?
No. She gets headaches. No, I don't know. I think she's fine.
She has the Ormsby superpower that all Ormsbys have, which is being blonde.
And
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
fantastic mustache?
Yeah, she has a pretty good mustache. Actually, on some days it puts mine to shame. But no, I was 4. My sister was 2. We were just playing out in the front yard, and my sister, because I'm 4, I don't give a shit about her at the time.
You're
Or
4. What?
It's
All
not
you
my
care about,
responsibility.
presumably, are like animal crackers. I don't know.
No, I think to this day, my one concern in life is animal crackers. The world just forces me to care about like Wrens and like other bills, but after that,
It's all about getting it crackers.
This answers my next question, which is why you have 8 industrial crates full of animal crackers lining the walls of your apartment.
they'll be gone by the end of the week.
Are you healthy? Are you okay?
Oh man,
Does
I feel as strong as the rhino I had for breakfast. But
like horn and all, or
it's an animal cracker.
No.
Yeah,
He
no, I
carves
got you
out
now.
the
I'm
center of
caught
the
up.
horn. He carves out the center of the horn and drinks the rhino's blood out of it.
Actually, it's marrow.
He's a true Viking.
Yeah, the horn, marrow, and blood. So yeah, we were playing in the front yard, and my sister wandered into the street, and this really old lady was driving like 50 miles an hour down a 20-mile-an-hour road.
it's kind of the opposite of the like stereotype there.
Yeah, I know. And
Which I don't know why. All old people should drive fast. What the fuck do they care?
Yeah, seriously. Well,
I mean-
they hit children, I guess.
Yeah, but again, do they care? Do they
Yeah.
know?
Well, she was pretty sad when she ran my sister over.
Well, I guess,
So my sister got hit by the car, and she went flying through the air. I have this; it's burned into my memory because it's traumatic as shit. Watching somebody you love, sort of, because I'm 4, I don't know what love is at this point.
No, you only know what animal crackers are.
Yeah, and I loved animal crackers. So she got hit by the car. She went flying, I'd say about 25 feet.
Jeez.
And she did that thing where your body tenses up,
Yeah.
And she like turned into a board, just kept flipping head over heels like about 4 or 5 times. And the lady slammed on her brakes, and parents ran out. My mom, I remember she was crying really hard.
Well, I would assume.
And then they got the helicopter out there, flew my sister to the hospital, and I think she was at St. John's. She may have been at Cox, I can't remember. But anyway, she was in the hospital, I think, for 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
And my parents sued the fuck out of the old lady.
Well,
Got all of my sister's bills paid off because we've never had health insurance.
Yeah.
Never. Well, my parents do now, but I've never once in my life had health insurance. So they sued the old lady, got all my sister's bills paid off, and yeah, Lauren's fine. She's smart as fuck. She graduated valedictorian from high school. She graduated from Drury like a year early.
So, but maybe that's her superpower.
That's her superpower.
Yeah.
Is she's
Like-
smart as fuck.
Yeah, like maybe the accident like jarred something in her head.
No, her real superpower is making me feel like a piece of shit every single day I wake up. I'm like, oh man, my sister's so successful.
I would think that would be what any siblings of ours would do.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
actually, I'm kind
we're
of doing
not-
all right.
We're not. I don't know what I would say traditionally successful human beings.
I'm slightly more successful than my siblings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Oh, that sucks.
That's not true. None of that is true.
It was the look on your face that led me to the belief that I can say that sucks instead of I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like, my sisters still live with my parents. One of them, that's fine. She's about to turn 18, but is not 18 yet.
Yeah.
The other one is
it's a rough
only 2
economy
years
out
younger.
there. Hell, if I could live with my parents and it would be socially acceptable, I would so do it.
Yeah, I know.
God, money's great.
Wait. I think it's horrible.
Money is horrible?
I mean,
It is the root
I'm
of all
aggravated by it right now because
Yeah.
I don't have it.
evil. Yeah, it's
If
true.
I had it, I'd probably be singing the virtues of money.
I'm going to tell you guys how much money I have in my bank account right now.
All right, everybody get ready for it.
Okay, so getting on.
This is a new feature of the Flick Freaks podcast.
How poor is Andrew?
How poor is Andrew?
So,
Jareth is yelling in the distance, not
are you
understanding
guys
how a
are you guys
podcast
gonna
works.
guess?
We should guess, and then whoever gets closest without going over wins the whole bank account.
All right.
What if I'm negative and then you have to actually give me money?
Well, you have to specify whether this is positive or negative.
Yeah, I have to check real quick.
The fact that he has
It
to
is positive.
check audience.
I am positive.
Okay. Jareth, do you want to guess first, or would you like?
I would like for you to guess first. That increases my chance.
$311.36.
I'm going to go with $52.
$7.50.
Ah,
Damn.
Jareth you won.
No, we both went over, I think. So I think.
Oh,
he
you
gets to
can't
keep
go
it.
over.
Yeah.
Oh, you did stipulate that, so we
Yeah,
do not.
We're playing Prices Right.
So
rules
we
here.
do not
The
win.
price is wrong.
We do not win
bitch.
Andrew's entire bank
$7.
account.
You cannot go to Chipotle.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I probably would clear that at Chipotle, unfortunately, because I'm a disgusting person.
Really? How do you? Oh, I guess if you get steak.
Oh yeah, which I do every single
Yeah,
time.
why
I'm a chicken
wouldn't you?
guy. Holy shit! So before I talk about this documentary,
Which we have failed to get to yet.
well,
Yeah,
fuck it. Yeah.
mission accomplished.
So we're gonna make this a local fucking podcast.
yeah.
I was at the mall the other day. Why does
This is Springfield, Missouri, by the
Yeah,
way. That's
Springfield,
where
Missouri.
we're located. We're
We're
sorry.
sorry.
yeah?
Wow, in unison.
Well, that's Springfield's motto. Welcome to Springfield.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh.
shit, that was perfectly synchronized.
Yeah.
Welcome to Springfield. Ignore that hole.
I remember why I was at the mall. I had to buy Titanfall 2. At
I was
GameStop.
also at the mall the other day. I, as you guys might imagine, have not set foot in a mall in,
years.
I don't even know.
A decade?
Probably. I mean, close to it. No, not that long.
It's like going to the dentist. You go once every decade, right?
I went in there to buy this Cleveland Indians hat that I'm wearing right now.
I was about to. Is that a Chicago Cubs? Because I know you hate Chicago.
Yeah.
I thought you were wearing it ironically.
This
Chicago.
hat was purchased out of sheer spite.
but isn't Chicago blue?
Yeah,
Okay, so
blue
that's-
with a tiny little red C, like the kind of C that you could turn sideways and pour a stupid little coffee into.
Okay.
You know?
That's so specific.
Yeah,
So you bought that Cleveland Indians hat.
yeah. It's gone really well for me so far.
Looks good. It
Oh, yeah.
complements your
Is
head.
that
It was $35 that I
Jesus
spent
Christ.
out of sheer spite. It's an official. This is legit. Like it's the legit, and it's fitted to my gigantic head, which is skewed slightly by having more hair than sometimes, but it's still a big head. Now, what I don't like is that because it's brand new, I haven't gotten the bill to do what it needs to do yet. So
you kind of got the.
I'm looking a little more gangster than I normally do right now.
You've got part of the bend going on right now. It's kind of like a Michael Moore bend right now.
Yeah,
where it's just
yeah.
a V.
Yeah.
He never commits to.
No, I'm trying, but it's taking time, and I have to wear this every day to A, shove it in the face of a couple people I work with who are Cubs fans, and B, it's become a superstitious thing now, and Cleveland has a series lead right now, despite
So,
being vast underdogs.
They're 1-0 out of 9 games right now.
They're up 2-1, and it's a
2-1.
7-game series.
Okay.
Or, I mean, whoever gets to four first,
Okay.
just like basketball and hockey.
Yeah.
Don't know. That's all Greek to
That's
me.
why I like the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. One big ass game.
You can't, but in football you can do that. In other sports you really can't.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the sport.
How many games do baseball teams play every single year?
In the regular
5 million.
season?
In a
Or
regular season,
162.
100? Is it real?
Yeah, that is a real number.
You know
Yeah.
how many games that football players play each season?
Well, 16, or if they're
16
on my
and then-
fantasy team, like 11.
Yeah. 16, and then they have the postseason.
Yeah.
So it equals like 22 games if you go all
It's
the way to
like-
Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you do. Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
And
football's
we're not counting preseason bullshit either.
football's
No.
also a lot more physically damaging.
It's contact. Yeah, you're going to get injured more.
Yeah.
You
Playing
can't play that
162
thing every
games
day.
Of it would be
No.
everybody be dead.
Yeah.
By the end of it, everybody would be down to like 3-man teams. It's just the 3 toughest.
That's how it feels
motherfuckers.
anyway. Every day I get these Yahoo alerts telling me my whole team is injured.
Oh, yeah. My entire bench right now for my fantasy team is a bunch of Q's and O's. That's all it is. Questionable and out.
Yeah.
I was
My
at the
team's not
mall.
very good this year.
I was at the mall, went down to the food court. There's a new restaurant in the food court. It's called Rim.
I believe.
Do they sell rim jobs?
They do not sell rim job.
Then
No.
I
Well,
want
I'm out.
Nothing to do with it.
It's fine dining food sold at like $7 or $8.
But then this is just shoved in the food court?
Yeah. The same people
Man.
who own Max Orient are like, well, we've made a shit
Oh,
ton of money
yeah.
off that orange.
So
chicken
are
and-
there's just little kids skateboarding up there grabbing their fine dining food with change they got from their paper route or whatever?
This is radical.
I'm really in touch with the world.
Yeah.
Gonna go do a kickflip and
Yeah.
eat a steak.
An ollie?
But yeah, they
Isn't
have,
that a thing?
They have
I
steaks.
think ollies are a
they
thing.
have like fish, and I got 2 things. I got a salmon wrap, and I also got some gumbo. And the gumbo was really good.
I do like gumbo.
So,
Like all at once.
yeah,
You just like listed a lot of things.
I didn't get the
Well,
chicken,
no,
the steak.
he-
I got the
The salmon wrap and the gumbo.
I got the salmon wrap and the gumbo.
Oh, okay.
I was listing up the plethora of things up on the menu.
Gotcha.
But it was super
I'm caught
good.
up now.
It was super good. But yeah, that's it for the local. Back to this documentary that is a documentary. So I saw this documentary called Tickled. And Brian and
Which I
Gareth
think
and
we've mentioned on the podcast.
we did mention on the podcast a long time ago because we're like, this can't be real. It's real, and it's incredible. It was really good. So the premise of this is there's an investigative journalist in New Zealand who likes to report on the more ridiculous side of life. And he comes across this video on the internet of competitive endurance tickling. And he's like, this has got to be, there's no way this thing can be real.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of guys in their boxer briefs strapping other dudes down to beds and then tickling them until they can't take it anymore. Competitive endurance tickling.
Sorry, just listen to the premise. I can't help but
Yeah.
I can't make it through that.
So
So you probably wouldn't be very good at this game.
the investigative journalist is like, okay, I have to do a story on this. So he sends a email to the people in charge. He's like, hey, I think this is a fascinating story. Would you be interested in me reporting on it for the news? And then they start sending him all these horrible emails back, like, we would never do business with a less appropriate word for a gay person. You're a horrible, like, racial slur for somebody from New Zealand. Just horrible, horrible things.
Wow.
He's like, why would you make fun of me being gay when your so-called sport is so obviously gay?
Well, yeah, it sounds kind of homoerotic.
Yeah. So he's like, screw it. I am going to make a documentary about this because this just got way too weird.
Yeah.
Turns out that it's this really dark underground millions and billions of dollars behind this organization. Like, they're super crazy powerful. And he's like, this is getting a little weird. And the whole time, like,
It started weird.
Yeah.
And
It
he,
got
like,
weirder.
he starts like interviewing like past competitors and stuff. Like, yeah, I was just going through college and I just needed money, and I saw this ad like,
Ugh.
get tickled for $4,000, and I'm like, well, it's getting tickled for $4,000. Of course, I'm going to do it.
I don't think I'd trust that. If
and
I
then-
saw a sign for
Yeah,
getting tickled for 4,000, no.
yeah. He's like,
I don't do legitimate things for $4,000.
oh, I would. I would do legitimate things for work.
Yeah,
At
I
this
would.
point, did you hear how much money I had in my
Like,
bank
I mean,
account?
I would want to, but I'm pretty sure that I'd get, like, sold to Russia.
Yeah. So he's like,
Oh, speaking of that,
after I said I didn't want to do it anymore, they came after me. They came after my family. You don't mess with these people. And it turns into this really weird, dark documentary. By the end of it, it starts off funny. You know, you're like, this is so ridiculous. By the end of it, you're like, that got dark to where it's not funny by the end of this documentary, but it's fascinating nonetheless.
So do you think, because you prefaced this before a little bit, do you think there is a little bit of editorializing in it for the sake of making it, or for the sake of an interesting narrative?
I think that every single documentary you see has bias going
Yeah, at
into
least
it.
some. Yeah.
So more than possible, but it was weird, man. It got like catfishy, and I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it got
Catfishy?
yeah.
I would like to watch this.
Do you know what catfishing is?
You go and you fish
Yeah.
for catfish.
Yeah, catfishing is where you pretend to be somebody else. Like if you ever see like on
It's called acting.
no, like you go in a chat room, like if I were to go in a chat room and say like I'm a 18-year-old girl with double D boobs.
Wait, you are?
Yeah, see, I just catfished.
Oh,
That just sounds like the internet.
Well, that's what like half the internet is catfishing.
Gotcha.
Pretending to be like somebody from the opposite sex, for example, and like leading somebody on to like embarrass them.
so
Rude.
the original movie documentary-ish thing.
That was
Catfish.
a mockumentary, wasn't it?
No.
That was a documentary?
Yeah, but I mean, there are rumors that parts of it were a little, but it was a legitimate
Yeah.
thing. Anyway, that was pretty decent,
Yeah.
kind of affecting. But I believe they spun it off onto a
MTV, I think.
Yeah, which why is that a thing still? But whatever.
Oh, there's still catfish out
MTV or the show?
MTV.
Why
What is
isn't-
that? I
there. Well,
mean,
because Pimp My Ride's no longer on there, so I don't see any point to having MTV on
I don't
there.
even see the point to having TV.
I don't see
Because
why their
I
name
want-
is MTV.
I always wanted to meet Exhibit. I wanted him to pimp my ride.
I mean, one day.
One day it is
Yeah.
more than possible. Yo, dog. That's all he would say.
Yeah.
Like the whole time you're like hanging out with him.
Yo, dog.
Every
Yo,
time you're
dog.
like, "Hey, Exhibit, what about this thing?" And he's like, "Yo, dog."
Yeah.
Well, that didn't really answer my question, Exhibit, but I really needed to know.
Do you think maybe that's his real name is like Eggs, and then his last name is Hibbit?
Xavier Hibbit.
Xavier
Xavier
Hibbit.
Hibbit.
Yeah. That's his full name.
But I can't recommend that documentary enough. And it's
Oh,
one
it
of
sounds
the-
pretty interesting.
It's one of the few documentaries I've seen this year. I've started watching one on Netflix called Amanda Knox.
What's that about?
It's a documentary about this girl back in I think the 90s.
Do you want me to guess her name?
Yes.
Amanda Knox.
Damn.
Woo!
I tried to catfish him.
Are you psychic?
He's psychic.
Yes.
He's able to read your sack.
He's Xavier reads your mind. So, Amanda Knox, it's a documentary about this girl in the 90s who was a foreign exchange student from America to Italy. She roomed with some girls from like England and Spain.
Did
and
she eat a lot of
France.
pizza over there?
Yeah. And then she allegedly killed somebody, her
Oh.
roommate. And it's this whole documentary about did she do it or not.
Oh, that sounds
Did she
interesting.
do it?
I don't know. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
Let
Calm down, Jareth.
So
me know.
Why don't you take a chill pill? You know?
Those aren't real. I tried to buy them at the store.
chill pills,
Yeah.
like ice cubes.
Yeah, that's a
Just
chill
swallow an
pill.
ice pill.
Really big chill pills you put in your water to make your
Oh.
water chill out.
Have you guys seen on Facebook that you ever get those like I forget what it's called, but you ever get something like exotic living or something like where they show you cool technology for like your futuristic house or whatever?
No, I don't know. There's so much stuff on there that just flies in your face these days.
I'm pretty
Well-
sure Facebook does not expect me to ever have a house,
Yeah,
so it doesn't advertise stuff like that to me.
like it's like exotic design. Or
Well,
something
okay,
like
so
that.
for you, Jareth, do you get anything that's like exotic layers or something?
No.
Okay.
I don't do enough on Facebook for them to
Or-
have a good algorithm for
Or
me.
like, you know, how to 10 ways to make your tunnel underneath the earth more appealing. That kind of thing.
I did weirdly get one of those. It's Home and Tunnels magazine.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Or like how to make yourself look more like Gandalf. I don't know.
That's easy. Just grow a beard.
I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Step 1.
Am I imagining this? Or when I first met you, did you have a very large beard?
I did. I still have
I still have it around.
Yeah, I keep it just intact. I just shaved it all, just popped it off. I have a picture of it somewhere. My old thingy.
This was a time when Jareth had a very large beard, would make those bro burger things, and also sporadically half nude spin around in a circle.
Yeah,
That's just stuff that went on.
That's like my resume.
Yeah, that's a hell of a resume.
Trying to go get a job, like I can get half naked and spin. They're like, you've got the job.
I like what I'm hearing. Tell me more.
The job was president of the United States.
Of Croatia.
What this world needs now.
What this world needs now is more spinning around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty much the whole premise of the world in general, but whatever.
You know what's a really weird thing to me is like for birthday parties having a piñata.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird, like spinning someone around with a stick and then
Seems
having them
dangerous,
swipe
right?
into the air. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
I feel like I've only been to like 2 or 3 parties that included a piñata.
They were all quinceañeras.
Yeah, I like to crash quinceañeras. It's my
Yeah.
day off sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it always ended badly.
In prison time. Yeah.
So it was a Kickstarter. It's called the Levitating Cup, the Defying Drinkware. It floats in the air.
Okay. Now I have some questions.
Call bullshit? Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. Here, you can look at it.
Questions I have include
Magnets.
magnets, bitch.
Yeah.
In the words of the immortal Jesse Pinkman, magnets,
yeah,
bitch.
Magnets.
Okay, and then secondarily, why would anyone fund that?
Save on coasters.
Is there a big coaster expenditure for people out there?
I
I
feel like it'd be
guess.
really easy to spill the shit out of your drink setting it down.
Probably.
Because if you don't hit it just right, it's going to like push it. It looks super fucking fancy though.
Yeah.
Like if I were to just like I'd wow you, like you'd come in, I'd already be drinking it, and then I'd set it down
You go,
and I'd be like,
"Wow."
mind freak.
See, yeah, I would feel very fancy having a levitating cup, but then it would conflict with the rest of me. So, say I have people over and they're like, "Wow, you have a levitating cup."
And you're wearing your like
So futuristic.
December shirt from 2002.
Yeah, and like I am playing Donkey Kong 64 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems a little. Yeah. Well, why do you have always?
Contradictory.
Yeah. Why do you have always save brand silverware? I don't know.
What?
Well, there's like a gif of a guy carrying the base around, and the cup's like it jiggles a little, but it's holding on, so it's not like tipping over.
Well, what I do to avoid this problem of the cup spilling when I'm carrying it around is
You
to just
have a
carry
mug.
I just carry the cup in my hand.
This guy's eating flowers out of it.
What? Let me see.
It looks like he's eating
What-
flowers.
What kind of guy is this Garfield? You know, the cat.
He doesn't eat flowers. He eats lasagna.
All cats eat flowers.
Not if they hate Mondays.
That is really weird. How much are these things? Jesus Christ, they're expensive.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Based on Andrew's reaction, I'm guessing they're more than
they're
$7.50.
more than $7.50.
Fuck, they're out of my price range too.
They're
then.
$150
Like $150 for a cup?
for a cup.
Yeah, fuck
Ugh.
that.
That's
So-
ridiculous.
It's interesting because it listed one of the reasons they made the product. They said that drinking, like high-end drinking, is shrouded in tradition, but as newer markets, i.e., millennials, are getting more into drinking whiskey and scotch, they wanted to provide new. Who the fuck can afford that?
I don't know. Also, there's just not a market for that. I mean,
You can
who
get
cares?
10 wireless cups, 10 of
Okay.
them, for $2,200. If you ask me,
That's
that's a
ridiculous.
steal.
It's a steal on their part.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get the price. I get the price. That's a powerful magnet, right?
It's got to
Probably don't keep your laptop near it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Your credit cards. You know, I don't think millennials, by and large, are the kind of people who would purchase such a thing or who think of drinking. Like, all I see any millennial person, which I don't know what does that even encompass?
Somebody slightly younger than
somebody
I am.
who came of age as the century turned, right?
Aren't we technically millennials?
I think so. I think we all are.
We are slightly older than millennials.
So we're generation like Y?
We're
I don't know. Who gives a shit? But
part of Generation X, I think. Still.
No. That's like the one before us for sure.
Is
yeah,
it?
those are like 70s.
Okay, then
Yeah.
maybe we are. Fuck,
Generation
I don't know,
Y.
man.
So anyway,
I
though,
don't feel like I'm.
all I
millennial.
see people do is drink Bud Light. That's all I see them do in mass. Like people just running around with Bud Light, and they're like, "Man, I wouldn't drink that shitty beer. I have Bud Light, which is literally water that someone peed in a little."
Yeah.
But like a really drunk guy.
Yeah,
Who drank actual good beer.
yeah,
He drank really good beer, peed it into water. They sloshed that around for an hour.
yeah. And I
And
mean,
then serve
people
it to
can
you.
drink whatever they want, but I have long been very annoyed by the adherence of people roughly of our age. Maybe it's just this area to Bud Light, and then scoffing at other similarly tasting shitty beers because
Oh, you
Bud
mean
Light's
beer.
like twice the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
doesn't
that
make
makes
any
it
sense.
fancier.
Yeah, but it totally doesn't. The package is just blue and it says Bud Light. I don't
think
give a
they're
shit how
all
many ads
blue.
with Michael Pena you have.
Aren't they all blue? Aren't like
Is
all
Michael Pena doing the ads now for Bud
And
Light?
Michael Pena, Seth Rogen, and Amy Schumer.
I've seen the Amy Schumer, Seth Rogen
Yeah.
ones where they're in like a sports
Well, Michael
bar,
Pena
like-
makes appearances in those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
who?
Michael Pena.
You remember Ant-Man? He was the funny friend.
End of Watch. Did you ever see
He was
that?
in End of Watch.
Oh,
He was in Crash. And he made me cry in
you
Crash.
had me at Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You can stop going.
Yeah.
I like that guy. He was so upbeat and fucking Ant-Man.
Yeah.
He's just always smiling.
Yeah. Not Paul Rudd. The guy
No,
who
the
played
other
him.
guy, yeah,
his friend.
Yeah.
I like how you had to double check that Jareth knew who Paul Rudd was.
Well, Paul
But
Rudd
you never
is-
know.
Paul Rudd is, a happy, charming guy. So
Well, he's usually like sarcastic and
Paul
kinda
Rudd,
dour.
who is virtually ageless, I guess.
yeah,
yeah.
Just continues.
him, Rob Lowe, Keanu Reeves. Who else doesn't age?
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. He was born 90.
Well, Nick Nolte was People's Sexiest Man Alive one year.
Yeah, it was like 1980.
What?
Nick
Yeah, like-
Nolte was People. Is it People magazine who does that?
I think so. It was around the time of that movie, the remake of that movie I really like. Why can't I think of the name of it? Robert De Niro's in it.
So is it a mob movie?
Nick Nolte, no. Nick Nolte and someone.
Are you talking about
I'm so
A
aggravated.
Walk in the Woods or
Nah.
The Company You Keep?
It's probably around 1990. Oh, I almost had it.
God damn it.
Oh, I'm really aggravated that I can't think of it now.
Cape Fear.
Yes, Cape Fear.
Cape Fear.
Yeah, anyway, it was probably around that. I think it was
Because I
around that
forgot.
time.
Yeah, I was thinking. A movie where Robert De Niro was the good guy. He wasn't the good guy.
No, he certainly was not.
Yeah. So yeah, that was.
This is back when Robert De Niro
1991.
had a very viable career still.
Yeah.
Now,
wasn't- Ever since Meet the not Meet the Fockers, but Meet the Parents, his career shunk.
yeah, he has the occasional role, like Silver Linings Playbook, I guess, where he is allowed to act again.
Yeah.
But I do wonder how much he even has left in the tank, or wouldn't he be getting different role offers?
Do you think he just? I've been doing this since The Godfather 2. I'm tired.
Well, then why wouldn't you just stop acting? He has enough money.
That's what Gene Hackman did. He just
Yeah.
quit. But
I
he
don't
went
know.
out- he went out, he did exactly 100 films, I think, and then he quit.
And then he was done.
Jesus, that's a shitload of
Yeah, I
movies.
would think you would just want to just stop rather than watering down your filmography with junk.
Yeah, De
like
Niro's
Bad Grandpa or whatever.
Yeah, Bad Grandpa, Dirty Grandpa.
Dirty Grandpa.
I did not know that existed, but that sucks.
Yeah, it's him and Zac Efron. And he's
Yeah.
like a dirty grandpa, and they go to Cancun or something.
Does anybody care if I spoil it a little bit?
Oh, not at all.
I was gonna watch it later, but go ahead.
He's not actually that dirty of a grandpa. He's trying to save his grandson from marrying the wrong woman.
So basically exactly what anyone would have guessed without having even seen any promotional
I
material.
mean, he is definitely like still more promiscuous than his grandson would.
Well,
have
you know,
believed.
sometimes grandpa's got to fuck too.
Yeah. Also, he's like
Put it on a
this,
billboard.
secret fucking or like Black Ops army engineer or some
Of
shit.
course. Whose idea was this?
I don't know. Somebody really evil.
Yeah, this sounds awful.
So there's
And
a-
Aubrey Plaza's in it, playing Aubrey Plaza.
Okay, well, you have my attention.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. I actually just saw Mike and Dave Need Wedding
Yeah, I'm
Dates the
probably
other day.
going to watch that for reasons I shouldn't.
It was okay.
Well, I just saw like a trailer where
So it's two movies.
Aubrey
with,
Plaza and Anna Kendrick were like not wearing a whole lot of clothing, so I thought maybe I should watch that movie.
Yeah, they don't wear a whole lot of clothing. In
I think that
movie.
Good
you
deal.
probably just named the reason people would go to see that movie.
Yeah, that's the reason I might watch it.
Yep,
I mean, otherwise, and maybe it's funny a couple of times.
it is.
Okay,
There's a part in the movie with Kumail Nanjiani.
Always,
I
like
do
him.
love that guy.
Yeah, he is really funny.
Did you guys watch his? I believe just one stand-up special.
Kumail had a stand-up special.
Yeah.
I have not. Is it on Netflix?
I don't know if it is or not. I actually watched it on DVD a couple of years ago. It's called
Dub video dub.
Beta Male is what it's called, and it's really good.
I will have to check that out
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that guy's funny. as fuck.
You would both like it. I have no doubts about that.
Silicon Valley is one of the funniest shows on television.
It's pretty funny. I'm still a season behind, also.
Are you really? Oh.
Well, now I might be rectifying that very soon because a big thing happened for me
you
very
got
recently.
HBO now?
Well, they made it available for people with PS4s.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
It previously had only been on Apple, and then I think
X-Bones.
Xbones got it. And I think I could have also gotten it through the App Store on my TV. Because I think they released it for Samsung Smart TVs, but
Yeah.
I didn't care about that. So I waited it out, and the great news is HBO Now or Go. Which one is this that I'm talking about?
Now is the one you need.
Okay. So anyway, they sent me an email, even though I've already done the free trial, saying, hey, man, if you want to do this again, we'll give you another free month. So I'm going to do that.
Fuck yeah.
And then I'm probably going to pay for it because I love HBO programming. It's like a home box office, you guys. Am I right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Have you started watching any Westworld yet?
No, I'm debating.
Ooh.
How many episodes is this season?
4.
This season going to be
They're 10, I think.
10. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is half and half it. So watch the first 5. Wait, watch the next 5.
Yeah, there's 4 out right now, and the show is.
I'm not. I don't like one at a timing very much.
Yeah, neither do I. I end up getting.
You're a
Yeah.
binger.
I'm like I don't watch something for a month and then I watch everything there is the next month kind
Same.
of guy.
There was a mini series that HBO finished a little while ago, but I just watched the other day called The Night of. With
Oh,
John
yeah.
Turturro.
Yeah,
That was really good.
was it?
I really enjoyed it.
See, I need to get that app. I think I'm gonna do that.
I would. Speaking of John Turturro, he has a new movie coming out called Going Places, where he reprises his role as Jesus Dentana
Wow,
from The Big Lebowski.
that's bizarre.
Yeah, the Coen brothers have said they don't
Care?
care, but they also said they don't endorse it. So
Yeah,
like-
it's what they did with Fargo, the TV show too. They're like, it's fine.
yeah.
It's fine, but we don't necessarily endorse it. Although I don't think that was a comment in either instance on quality or perceived quality.
Yeah.
Because Fargo, the TV show, is great anyway. But
It's better than the movie, actually.
I don't think so. But
Okay.
I mean, without the movie, that general air doesn't exist.
That whole season with the first season with Billy Bob Thornton and Martin Freeman.
I actually thought that was the weaker of the two.
Really, you like
Yeah,
season 2 more?
I did. Yeah.
Season
I thought
2 got really weird in parts. Like, I don't. wanna
Yeah,
spoil
yeah.
it.
Don't
Like,
get into that, but
Yeah.
it really did. But I think season 2 was much more confident in its pacing.
Well, it's
I
because
didn't.
season 1 didn't know how it was going to be, perceived.
Yeah.
Because the movie is
And
so
season
beloved.
season 1's really good. The movie's really good. If anything's called Fargo, just watch it, I guess. Is
That's
what I would
exactly
say.
right, yeah.
But
Stay away from
that's
wood
really
chippers in
weird.
Minnesota.
Who is making this into a thing with
He's
John
directing
Turturro?
it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
John
He's
Turturro, previously the director of Romance and Cigarettes. If
Didn't
anybody
he
saw
have
that,
like sex with like the hottest women in Hollywood in that movie?
I
Like,
mean,
Sofia Vergara. And
I don't think her. I think you're. What is that?
it's him and
John Turturro was also in a million other movies. That's my aside,
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies.
including Barton Fink, which I rewatched the other day.
Never heard of it.
I think you saw. Didn't I make you watch that on one of those movie nights years and years ago?
I don't think so. He may have nominated it, but
maybe
because of
that's
all the
what. Maybe
rules
that's
and-
what happened.
yeah, he directed it. It's called Fading Gigolo. It's him and Woody Allen.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a gigolo in that movie. He has sex with Sharon Stone, Sofia Vergara. Who else was super hot in that movie? Like just some random like unknown hot women. So he wrote it and he directed it, and he starred in it because he's like, I'm never gonna see these women naked otherwise.
good
so.
call. This is just like how Woody Harrelson must have been the casting director on True
True
Detective.
Detective season
Yeah.
1. That
Yeah.
Giovanni, what's her name? True Detective. I'm gonna have to
Not
look
Giovanni Ribisi, that's for sure.
that up. No, that is a man.
Thank you, Andrew, for clarifying. Also, you might argue the man. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like Giovanni Ribisi usually.
Alexandra Daddario.
Yeah.
So Giovanni Daddario.
She had
Chestnut.
some things about her that were pleasurable to look at.
Yeah. Good for her. No.
No.
But yeah. You want to talk about something that sucked? How about season 2 of True Detective?
Yeah.
Did it? I didn't watch
I
it.
didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I think it got banned. Okay, it was not nearly as bad as the critical consensus.
I couldn't understand what the fuck anybody was saying. Everybody was.
Well,
They
there were
just
some
casted
problems
Nick
with that.
Nolte to dub the entire show.
Yeah.
Even Rachel McAdams was McAdams.
Yeah, she was one of the few I actually could understand just because she was at a higher frequency or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
But no, like Colin Farrell, I only understood one thing that guy said in that entire series. If you pick on my son again, I will cut your father's head off and skull fuck your mom or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. That was the best line in the whole series. And that was the first episode.
That was
all
very
downhill from
early
there.
on. Oh, it was also weirdly the most attracted I had been to Rachel McAdams in a movie or show because she was like really scuzzy and I think it was just because it was so against
Butch.
type. Yeah, like she was totally just like doing her thing and cared about something and was not involved in some sort of relationship with
Ryan
like
Gosling.
yeah, from like 2000 or whatever, you know. She had a weird career, but it
What
also
do
was
you
one of the few
want?
times where I've seen her and I thought, like, I see a scenario where she's a capable actress. And then shortly thereafter, I saw her in Spotlight, and she was
Yeah.
good in that as well. So she's having a little bit of a, do I want to call this a miniature McConaughance? You know?
McAdamsons.
McAdamsons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Spotlight. That was a rough movie.
Yeah.
It was super good, though.
Yeah, I liked it.
Why the hell can't Michael Keaton have been that good of an actor for his entire career?
I don't know. Something happened
Because he
at
didn't
some point.
need to.
No, he did like Batman on Beetlejuice, and then he did movies like Multiplicity.
Well, okay, I figured out what... Damn it, you stole the joke I was going to use. I figured out what happened is that the Michael Keaton that continued on from that point was one of those clones.
Oh,
but
because
this
it got
is...
progressively dumber.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this one that's come back is the actual Michael Keaton. He spent all these years killing all the clones.
I like that.
Like,
yeah.
Now,
there can
there's
be
a
only
docu-
one Michael Keaton.
Yeah, like
he's
Highlander.
the Highlander.
Yeah.
Which they're making a remake of with Dave Bautista. Did you know that?
That's amazing.
He's going to be Kurgan.
I don't know what to think about that.
I do. I'm there day one. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I'm probably going to end up watching it, unfortunately. I know it's not going to be anything I need to watch, but I will.
Let's look up if they've actually cast Highlander yet. McLeod.
McLeod.
Is this it?
Quick, say something.
What?
What?
Yep, we did it.
Okay.
Mission accomplished.
All right.
Let's look up Dave Bautista. That's, There you are, Bautista.
Bautista.
So, upcoming projects.
Lil Bautista.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's
I
not.
already regret that joke.
So, I guess they're not making the Highlander movie anymore, guys.
I'm fine with that.
Aww.
I mean, honestly, we don't really need one. Plus, how will Queen do the entire soundtrack?
I think that, what's his name? Why am I having such a brain fart right now for the lead singer of Queen?
Frederick Mercury.
Yeah. Because he is such
A dead
talented... Yeah, he's very dead.
Rest in peace.
He is such a talented musician, he can blow your mind from beyond the grave.
He was the champion,
Like
from what I
Tupac
understand.
has been doing the last 15 years, releasing albums somehow.
One time in elementary school, we had some art project where we were supposed to make a crayon box, and this one kid wrote Tupac on his crayon box, and I was sitting there and I was like, so was he gonna like make a second one and try to market them as in tandem? You know, like, because I thought he was making like a 2-pack of crayon
A
boxes.
2-pack?
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck Tupac was. I was like 8.
I knew who Tupac was when I was 8.
Yeah, because Tupac was dead by the time you were 8.
You were dead by the time I was 8.
He's right. I have something to tell you guys.
Oh no! So, the same guy who directed Huntsman Winter's War is going to direct Highlander.
I mean, I didn't see that because I saw the first one.
You know what? It's what's the first one? It's
Just Snow White and the Huntsman.
I liked it.
I did not.
I liked it.
Thought it was boring.
Surprisingly, I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Then they
I
had that
had low
Florence and the Machine
expectations.
soundtrack that was really good.
Yeah.
Which I never thought I would. I never listened to Florence and the Machine before that, but you know what? Don't hate it. It's
I
actually
tried.
good.
That was kind of where I came down on it. I was like, I don't hate them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not actively listening to them, but I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Which is saying something. I have a problem with most things.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
I hear you there.
Not
things
not
are
all
fucking
things.
bullshit. Most
Yeah.
things.
That's
my life's motto. Most things bullshit.
Jareth's making me nervous over there.
What's up, Jared?
What's going
I
on?
guess you're both wondering why I called you here today.
Yeah.
Oh no. Here we
Is this
go.
the Council of Elders?
Yeah.
We have to discuss Brian.
Why'd you invite me to this?
I want you to have a voice in your sentencing.
Oh, well, that's cool.
That's how.
I'm glad
That's
we're
why
doing that.
murderers go to court for their trials.
Yeah.
They're invited.
So the jury
They're
can
not
sit
all
there and
just crashing
speculate.
Yeah.
Is that a weird, antiquated thing to do? To have the person there until they need to testify?
Yeah, you think
Because
that,
people could read things into if they're like a sociopath
you know
and can
what?
adapt.
It's actually a thing that they're actually discussing right now in the courts. Is if if it should be allowed to have the person come in because they don't want to have predispositions by the jury.
Like if they look like a big old sloppy mess, you know.
Yeah. Prison changes people.
Big old
That's
sloppy jalopy.
Yeah.
So that is something that they're discussing in the court systems right
That's
now.
interesting because I do find that really strange.
Yeah. It would help a lot with bias.
Who's bias? I am still good, Jareth.
If there is a green tea, I will.
Jareth
take a
has
green tea.
offered beverages to us. He is in the kitchen.
Yes.
I say that because he is doing his normal Jareth thing of yelling things far away from the microphone.
There is green tea. Yay! Life is good.
It's made out of monster blood, like from R.L. Stein's Monster Blood.
What was your favorite Goosebumps book?
I never read a Goosebumps book.
Really?
Not
Yeah.
even one.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I did. When I was like 26. Because I thought it would be
Better-
funny. And it
better
was.
late
And
than
it was
never.
Say Cheese and Die. And
that was a good one.
It was hilarious.
Goosebumps had this a separate series of Goosebumps books. They were choose your own adventure books. Those were the best.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, did you ever have a favorite Goosebumps book?
I don't remember the name of it, but there was one. The kid's like dad was like a scientist or something, and in his basement he was doing like plant experiments.
Oh,
And like
I
the
read 'em
plants,
all, so.
and the plants like came to life and
Yeah.
replaced people. Yeah,
Mm.
that's pretty good.
My favorite was Welcome to Camp Nightmare.
I remember seeing the covers of these when I was a kid.
Dude,
And then there's a reason I'm like I am. I remember my dad, like anytime
there's a reason why I am.
like there'd be some book like that, and I'm like, I don't know. The other kids are reading this. I wonder if this is any good. And my dad'd be like, "That's stupid. You don't want to read that."
You want to know how pathetic I am? I have $7.50 right now in
All
my
right.
bank account, but I'm going on Amazon right now to check the price on a Goosebumps collection.
There we go.
If it's $7 exactly,
Worth it.
then you know it's fate.
Lately, the internet's been doing a better job at marketing to me. I keep seeing really ridiculous things I don't need that that I want to purchase. It's very bad.
Goosebumps collection.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
You ever read that Goosebumps series? It's about a man named Goosebump, Forrest's younger brother. He lives down in the swamplands, and he's just trying to make a living. Well, he was trying to make a living until that pesky old ghost came around.
Classic Goosebumps.
I know.
My fucking god!
Yeah.
I would read that.
Goosebumps.
I would read
Goosebump.
the shit out of that.
Yeah.
So,
Move your legs quickly, Boos. Move your legs quickly. You can't have copyright infringement. Oh. Also, Goosebump though is gay, so he loves a man named Denny, possibly Denny
well,
from,
then the whole
from the
AIDS
room.
thing makes. Oh, I'm not making that joke. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, what is
Yep.
wrong with me?
I don't know. Well, a number of things.
Yeah.
Jareth was going to bring that up too.
I mean, I was gonna, but
Yeah.
you beat me to it.
Jareth's having a real rap session over there. He might as well turn his chair around backwards.
This chair's really tall for this.
Yeah, this ends.
You chose it.
This ends badly. Uh-oh.
I just realized whenever we do spoiler cast, you sit on the high chair there as well.
Oh, it's some wizardy bullshit.
This
where
chair's
he thinks
very
he's
wide.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really spread eagle on that chair, Jareth.
Yeah, Jareth, we live in America. They have to make everything wider.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are enjoying the view.
Yeah.
Even you out there. in the
Yeah,
internet
Andrew
land.
is dead across from Jareth's.
Yeah.
Staring
How should we
it
say
in the
this?
face.
I'm just going to start staring at this wall that's like
Yeah.
at a 45-degree angle from
Jareth's
Jareth right
moony
now.
hams are just exposed in Andrew's general direction.
Ooh, man.
His moony ham and
Alright,
eggs.
let me see if I can dismount this thing.
It's like you're riding a fat horse.
Currently, you are mounting it, so that makes sense. Also, really funny is the idea of Jareth as some sort of knight who just has this obese, shitty horse.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking would be a really funny skit for us all to do? Is for us all to go record ourselves doing a Bikram yoga session.
That
what?
would be interesting.
Wouldn't it be interesting? Like, it would be awful. Like, it would truly be terrible, but I think it would be make for a good comedy.
I kind of want to prioritize the production of Boost Gump right now, but
A what kind of yoga?
Bikram is where they turn the room up to 120 degrees.
I think so. Or
Yeah,
something
and
close to it.
it's
Oh,
really
see,
and they
here in
sweat
Am-
you out.
Here in America, we call that hot yoga.
Here in America, we call that where we currently live, Springfield, Missouri, where it is November-ish, and it is 511 degrees outside.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and I
Yeah, the
hate
You could
windows
cook
open.
the goddamn sun out there.
something going on. We have 2 seasons here now. It is 100 degrees or it is 20.
Yeah.
The seasons I like are gone.
And
They've been
there's no
stolen.
distinction or timing between the two. It could
No.
be any given day is a different season.
Yeah.
I don't like to, make fun of people for their beliefs or anything like that.
I
think-
do. Like, for instance, Jareth believes in a Norse god named Jareth.
Yeah.
And I think that's weird.
Yeah.
Jareth,
This is America. You're allowed to be wrong.
So
you're allowed to be wrong and then claim you're right.
To
You're
clarify,
you
I'm
can't-
saying you're wrong. I'm
especially for the fact that I work on the internet, so anything I say is going to be met with hate no matter what side I take.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jareth and I are also people who've spent time on this internet you speak of.
Yeah.
People are really great or terrible on there. It seems.
So
basically like our weather.
Yeah.
We have a friend who's been on the podcast named Van Lee. I think, Brian, you know of him as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do a podcast with the guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know Van well. Jareth, have you ever met Van before?
I have not.
Okay.
I've just seen some stuff he posted
He's
on
really
Facebook
tall.
and I disapprove of it.
He's really tall and antagonistic.
So
Specifically what he felt about
Van got
Star
into
Wars.
Van got into an argument with another friend of mine the other day
Shocking.
about global warming.
No, I read this. I was very entertained.
And the
I
funny
had
thing
Zach,
is-
I had friend of this podcast and former member of it, and he still does a Twitter, right, Zach?
Mhm.
So Zach Chadwick's comment on that whole discussion was mine as well. Was what I thought as well, which is like, keep going, guys. This is super entertaining.
Yeah. So I have a friend who does not believe in global warming,
Yeah.
and I have another friend who's right, named Van.
No, this is I'm with you on this. This is one of those things that this is not open for debate.
Yeah. So here's what sparked the whole thing.
Mhm.
I posted a picture the other day. It was like mid-October, and it was 84 degrees outside. So I took a
Yeah.
picture of the bank, because banks have the whole thermometer thing outside. So I took a picture
Some
of
of
that.
those around town are not accurate. There's
It was right, because
there's a
my
bank-
car said so also.
Jareth knows from his job as the bank thermometer monitor.
well, there's a bank right next to where I work.
Thermometer.
Thermometer?
Thermometer.
I keep thermometer. I monitor the thermometer.
And if it's wrong, you just
with
wave
your-
your wand in the air
with
and it
your
changes.
monitor lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
there's
so
a
awesome.
there's this bank like right next to where I work. I can't remember the name of it.
Anyway, Jareth
But-
rode his Komodo dragon over there.
God damn it! Let me finish this damn story. It is perpetually wrong. The like robotic marquee thing. It's like one of those LED light ones.
Yeah.
One day I drive by it, and first it says it's 296 degrees Fahrenheit.
Was it?
It was not. I'd be dead. And then I drove back going the other way, like 20 minutes later, and it said that it was negative 15 Kelvin.
Was it?
I don't think Kelvin goes negative, does it? I think Kelvin goes to
Kelvin
0.
does, but Celsius doesn't.
No, Celsius.
Or no.
definitely does.
Yeah,
You
you're
go
right. You're
backwards.
right. You're totally right. Yeah.
So, and that was in the span of one day. And it has only ever gotten worse. So I wouldn't go by bank thermometers.
Yeah. Well, this one was right.
It's fucking public service announcement from Jareth Mooneyham.
Yeah, don't
over
trust
here.
banks. The more you know.
Yeah. Don't trust banks, and it's not for the reasons you think.
Yeah. Then thermometers.
That's my clickbait article's
Yeah.
title.
Bury your money in your backyard because they're lying about the temperature.
Yeah. What else are they lying to you about? Click 7 ads to get to the true answer.
Good fucking God.
So where were you on this?
Okay, so I posted a picture of the bank. It was October, and it was like 80-something degrees, and I said, yep, global warming's totally not a thing. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Then my one friend who doesn't
Just
believe
making
in
a
it,
joke.
Yeah,
You
just
know.
making a joke. Then my one friend who does not believe in global warming says, yeah, you're right, it's not a thing. Then Van hops in and goes, I can't
Yeah.
believe there's idiots out there who don't believe.
Yeah, he can't leave it alone. He can't.
Yeah.
It's part of his charm.
Yeah. And then my friend, I'll just call him Justin, and that's his real name.
Yeah.
So Justin says, well, I can't believe somebody who works at such and such is questioning my
Yeah.
knowledge. And they got into the most dirty Facebook fight I've ever seen. And then I got a message from Justin saying, I feel so horrible because I thought I knew this guy and I've never met him before in my life. And then 2 seconds after I got that message, Van texts me or sends me a message and goes, who the fuck is this guy? And then I made a group message with all of them and I go, talk it out. And then Justin's like, hey, I'm sorry. I thought I knew you. I thought this was, just us going back and forth. And then I realized I've never met you before and I feel truly terrible.
That is the other side of the danger of the internet. For one, it divorces you of the damage you're dealing.
I have a
Anonymity,
question.
man.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Did Van respond to the apology?
Did he?
Probably not. Having known him for 20 years, what I would assume is that what he did was either not say anything or apologize or be like, yeah, I got a little out of hand too. And then think about it for an hour and be like, but seriously, global warming's real. I'm going to ask him about this. We have to record very soon.
He sent me a message. who is this angry, uninformed person? And then he goes, and then after I said, yeah, he didn't know, he thought he knew, he goes, well, this dude just turned it up to 11. And then that was the last thing the last thing he said is, who the fuck knows multiple people named Van?
Well, I mean, he may be Van Morrison.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know,
or Van Halen,
Van Wilder.
Yeah, Van.
Yeah, that's one of those. I mean, where like
if he had a mini me clone, would he call him Minivan?
I think we've actually gone over that before, and yes,
Good.
Because he is
Good.
7'11"?
Something like that.
So then his mini me clone could just be any.
I think he's
normal
probably
human
like
size.
6'4". Whenever we do for the backup catcher, which I'm just going to throw this in here now, which is a baseball podcast I do with Van. You can find it wherever. But whenever we do our fantasy baseball preseason rankings, our friend Justin Hughes joins us. So we get in the same room to do these podcasts. And I'm not a short guy. I'm a little above average height. I'm like a 5'11"-ish, 6'-ish.
Yeah, you're just above.
So,
you're just a little bit taller than me.
Yeah,
and I'm dead average.
And I have to be in a room with them who they're 6'4" and 6'6" respectively.
Yeah, Justin's 6'6".
And I feel like a little baby.
Yeah, I have to wait for you to arrive, and then I feel like an adult again.
Like, oh, this is acceptable height to be. I
know. Normally, being Scandinavian heritage, I always feel like the tall one. I don't know who that lineage came from. Maybe like Shaq and like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar technically had some white babies.
I guess so. I don't know. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. Although I have taken to rebuffing their efforts. So traditionally throughout history, it's always been better or deemed more awesome to be taller, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I can come up with, Jared. Shut up.
Yeah.
So,
nailing it.
I'm doing a service to all the people who are average height, slightly above average height, or short.
And anybody who's not a monster.
Yeah, and I'm turning it around. So if they make fun of me for being short, my new response is, no, man, I'm just not some sort of fucking circus freak. I'm turning it around. I'm shifting the prejudice to them, See how it feels.
Taking it back.
See how it feels.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys have anything you want to add before I think it's about time to wrap this thing up?
I think I've derped my way through this enough.
Guys, I think this is going to be the beginning of a beautiful brand new podcast.
We had no trouble filling our requisite amount of time with garbage.
And I think we can do that once a week.
I don't see how it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Jared, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Can I promote myself to General?
Yeah.
I'm the General.
Good job. Congratulations.
General Wizard.
Yep.
So... Yeah. You want to talk about Spoilercast, maybe?
Yep. I'm also on Spoilercast with Roper. He's on this podcast every now and then.
Yeah, he is.
It's Spoilercast by All Tower Media, and we talk about various things, usually like movies or books, with no worries about no, we don't worry about spoilers.
Yeah.
So you do if that's your thing. It's a lot of fun. Go check it out where podcasts can be found.
The internet.
Yeah. We're
Shout
out there.
Shout out to Arch Crusader.
Yeah. Fucking Arch Crusader, man.
#1 fan.
Number one Gwamp.
Yep, he's the #1 Gwamp. All right, and you already plugged Backup Catcher. Are you still doing Slow Descent?
We do those like kind of whenever we feel like it. So Van and I also do a pop culture podcast called The Slow Descent, where we focus mainly on stuff that wouldn't have podcasts about it otherwise.
Yeah.
Like the movie Road to Revenge, which is pretty great.
Isn't that the new Nick Cage movie?
Also, Tetris Attacks.
You know they're making a trilogy of Tetris in movies.
Tetris. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. I'd also like to promote my ongoing...
is it 4? Either way.
My ongoing film project. It'll be in theaters next Christmas season. It's called Goosebumps, and it is going to illuminate the nation.
I mean, Goosebumps.
It stars who is it? Home Tanks.
Home Tanks.
Goosebumps 2017.
Yeah, get ready for it.
He moves his feet swiftly. What did you say?
Yeah, move your feet swiftly.
Boos.
I forgot his name already. Pretty bad for being the producer of this movie.
Well, you're just a producer. You just have to throw money at it. You just leave that stuff up to the writer and the director.
I know, and
you just get to throw money at it and yell at people, and that's it.
My efforts are damaged greatly now that I don't have that I didn't win your $7.50.
Yeah, that was actually going to be the budget for the film.
It actually was, yeah. So now our budget's been cut.
Yeah.
Funding is down.
All right. Well, from everybody here at Flick Freaks, head over to Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, Riff, all of the great social
Ask
medias
Jeeves.
out there. Ask Jeeves, yeah.
Yeah.
All of them at /Flick Freaks. You can find us anywhere. Support us on YouTube, support us on Patreon, support us everywhere. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and Godspeed to 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Bye.